on my podcast.
No
Meet Miss
problem.
Jess.
Thanks for having me today.
And so I just saw you on another podcast with Rachel Beck, which I want to talk about today. But first, I want to give a shout out to the World's Mayor Experience and Joshua T. Berglund for putting all this together. He does such a good job. The team is amazing because they're going to cut up everything and put it in clips to send out for me and for you. So you can use it for marketing and just to, spread your voice more places. So shout out to them. And Jacob, thank you so much for coming to talk with me today. I was really excited.
Today.
Yeah, me too. I was so excited when I saw you and my friend Rachel Beck. How did that happen?
Well, Rachel Beck came to Florida and we decided to do a video together.
So cool. She's the best, isn't she?
Yeah, she's really nice. I love Rachel.
Yeah, me too. So now I have some competition, I feel like, to try to get more fun than Rachel got to have with you. Because that was really fun to watch. You had really great questions. Are you doing your own podcast?
Yeah, I have my own podcast series. It's called Don't Give Up with Jacob.
That's awesome. So what do you talk about?
Well, I like to talk about things about what's going on in my life, especially stuff like not giving up, doing well, and being healthy, I believe.
Those are all great things to talk about.
Yeah, and I also tell jokes.
What's a good joke?
What do you call cheese that's not yours? Not your cheese.
Yeah. Okay, so what do you call a dog with a watch around its neck?
What would that be?
A watchdog. Gonna. Yeah. So you're also an author. You like to write. Tell me, what do you write about?
Well, I like to write about my life and how I had trouble speaking at a young age and superheroes who use math powers.
Wow. Okay, so that's awesome. Tell me about the not speaking when you were younger, please.
Well, at a young age, I had trouble communicating with others, and I needed to get help from many therapists and teachers. And I went to a special preschool back in New York, which helped me learn how to speak. I learned how to use popsicle sticks with signs, and I also learned how to speak in full sentences so I could communicate better with others. And it also teaches people that even on your hardest days, don't give up.
Oh my gosh, you have the best attitude ever. And to go through all of that, that's a lot of work.
Yeah, it is.
What was the hardest part about not being able to communicate your needs? Can you remember?
Well, I think the hardest part about not being able to communicate at a young age was I cried instead of used my words because I had trouble talking, so people didn't understand what I needed or wanted. That was hard.
So you, I would imagine, would probably have negative reactions from people for crying.
Yeah.
Because they didn't understand that you needed something because you weren't able to communicate it.
Yes, exactly.
So I think that the coolest thing about technology right now is the ability that it's giving us to communicate with more people in a way that they will understand us.
Exactly.
Yeah. Have you played with any technologies to help you in your writing or communicating?
Well, I usually like to look for art details, which helps me illustrate and draw better.
Yeah, that's awesome. So if you were to create a Miss Jess VR experience that would help other people either, I don't know, enhance their lives, enhance communication for people, how would you craft an epic Miss Jess VR experience with VR and AI?
Well, I think I would, this is pretty tough, but I think I'd have you talk to certain people using VR logic. You know what I'm talking about? And that way anybody can speak with you using VR.
So, would it, for example, be if I were speaking to someone who spoke a different language, could it automatically translate it into in real time in a way they could understand?
Yeah.
Or if somebody couldn't speak, was nonverbal, perhaps they could communicate through their mind in an
Yeah, sure. That sounds like a great idea.
That sounds magical. So when we make
Yeah.
this, can we use your name and co-brand with you?
Oh, sure, yeah.
Okay, Jacob, it's a deal. We're going to make sure that the World's Mayor Experience doesn't clip this part out. And we're going to need to incorporate your superhero, your personalized superhero. What would your name be, your superpower, and your costume?
Well, I think I'd be known as the mighty guitarist, and I'd fight crime with the power of music. I'd have a light blue and dark blue superhero suit, and I'd even have my own electric guitar that I'd use to play rocking guitar solos to stop crime.
That's amazing. Music is so powerful. So I think that's genius. And and you know what else we're going to have to co-brand is the studios, the music studios.
Yeah.
Where students could walk in and they can choose different AI tools to help them craft music.
Yeah. That sounds great.
To fight negativity and to make the world a more beautiful place.
Yeah.
Well, Jacob, this has been awesome. Where can people find you?
Well, people can find my books on Amazon, and they can also find me on LinkedIn, Instagram, and Facebook, and YouTube as well.
Okay, so I think we might have cut out. Can you say the first place one more time?
I said LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube.
Awesome. Thank you. And then is there anything that we should watch for that you have planned in the future?
Well, you should keep an eye out for more Don't Give Up with Jacob videos that talk about more great things.
Awesome. Yeah. Thank you, Jacob. I look forward to seeing all the great things that you do. This has been really awesome.
Yeah. Thanks for having me on the show today.
Yeah. Thanks for coming. And do your mom and dad want to pop in and say hello?
Sure, I guess. Here's my dad, and here's my mother.
Hi. Yeah, Ariel and Brian, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thanks for letting me sit down and chat with Jacob. I really appreciate you guys, and it's been a pleasure.